Registration opened this morning for the 17th Umstead 100-mile endurance run, and it was actually a little bit of drama associated with it. First thing in the morning, someone had posted to the Ultra list that there was actually two registration links on active.com. One was the official link that you could get to from the website, and it was not live because the registration didn't open until noon Eastern. But the other link was live, and people started registering on it, even though it seemed a little bit dodgy. And my thinking was, I probably didn't want to make use of that because registration opened at noon, so obviously the race directors weren't planning on that link being there. So even if it was something innocent, it's not something that should have been used. But some people didn't know that and were registering anyway. The bigger concern that I had, though, was whether it was safe to use that link, because it seemed to me that it might be somebody trying to scam the system and see if they could get people to get their money to, a fake race link, and then they'll show up on race day and they won't be registered for the race, and there won't be anything that they can do. And with stolen identities and all this other stuff that's been going on lately, there's got to be a way to funnel that out, and that's kind of what I was worried about and why I wouldn't have used it. But some people just didn't know or didn't care that it wasn't the official registration link. So once the race came around to actually opening registration, the race directors had gotten that other link shut down as quick as they could, but there were still 29 people who registered for the race, and then the race directors decided to allow them to stay in. Now they're going to get a lot of flack whether they kick those people out or whether they allow them to stay in. So their decision was that for those 29 it was an innocent mistake, and as long as they get the additional registration information that they need to, they're going to get to be in on the race. But I don't know. I think second guessing from my position, I probably wouldn't have let those people in just because the race does fill up so fast. It only took a few minutes last year and about the same amount of time this year for the online registrations to fill up. They only have so many people that are allowed to be in the park per the permit that they were able to get. So I probably would have said, if you tried getting around the rules, even if you didn't do it intentionally, you would have had to re-register in order to get in the normal way, and then I would have just had Active refund the money. So my concern, though, is whether Active's going to do anything to prevent this sort of thing from happening again, because what happens if it's not a race that has so much attention on it from so many hundreds of people at the one time, and somebody is able to get a payment out of Active that's not affiliated with the race at all. I mean, that just seems like a danger, and hopefully there'll be something that they can put in place to take care of that before this happens again. So were you one of the people who tried to get into Umstead this morning? And if you did you try using the real link, or did you use the secondary confirmation? If not, have you even ever considered running a 100-miler? For myself, I had the form filled out, but I decided not to hit submit and take up somebody's spot, since I wasn't sold that this was the race that I wanted to do as my first 100-miler. Instead, I've decided to join Hasher Rick at the New Jersey 100 in March, which is a couple weeks before Umstead. So if you couldn't get into Umstead, I recommend going to the New Jersey 100 instead and saying hi.